Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing your girl some love, and I'll get my face out of the camera. I appreciate you all for coming over here to see what your girl has to say. We are coming to the end and the closing of the year, and this has been an amazing ride, and I appreciate every single one of my subscribers, my friends, the people that, I've gotten to know all around the world. You are just such amazing people, and I appreciate every single one of you. Like I said, this has been an amazing journey, definitely an amazing outlet for me. I've always loved fragrances, and, I just want to share them with you all and my thoughts, and give you some type of recommendation. And then you all can give me amazing recommendations as well. I'm drinking my coffee. It's early morning. I love filming videos early morning. I could not sleep last night for some odd reason. I'm never up in the middle of the night. So I got up at like 2 a.m. to work out. And then I came, got dressed. Who gets dressed at 3 o'clock in the morning just to sit in their living room? Me. So, yeah, and then I'm drinking coffee at like 5 in the morning. And this is my second cup, you all. I had a cup when I went to go work out. That was a stronger cup. This is a weaker cup of coffee. I had a Major Dickinson, which is a pretty strong dark roast. And this is a medium light roast. This is like a vanilla, very light type watery coffee. And this is also Pete's coffee. And I use my Keurig for this. I also said I was going to show you all my amazing cups. This is my Peru trip in Machu Picchu. We hiked Machu Picchu. It was an amazing experience. We partially hiked up and then we hiked all the way down. Exhaustion, to say the least. Altitude sickness, all of that on Rainbow Mountain, not Machu Picchu. So if you ever get a chance and you're super adventurous, Machu Picchu was easy. Rainbow Mountain was a whole altitude sickness, headache. My daughter got thrown off a horse. My sister got her phone stolen. She was vomiting everywhere. She had asthma. She couldn't make it up. But it was such an adventure and one that I will never forget. I had to jump off the horse to go check on my daughter. We had massive headaches. We had, our fingers were swollen. Our fingers were turning blue. But by the grace of God, we're here today. So anyway, they're like, my sister's like, Mom and my daughter, you're always getting us into these crazy adventures. I was like, I didn't know. I thought we were just going to be hiking up Rainbow Mountain, a nice safe hike, which was, advertised on Viator and Expedia, okay? But anyway, Machu Picchu, the hike is safe. Rainbow Mountain, if you are not an experienced hiker or if you don't work out, then don't do it, because when I worked out much more when I did, we went about 4 years ago, and I was working out like every day, like 5-7 days a week, because I knew that I was going to do these hikes, much slimmer then, but still loving all of this. But anyway, yeah, this is a beautiful cup, handmade cup from Machu Picchu over there. This is the gate, and there's a sundial within the gate, like the temples and all that. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning views there. Amazing what the Inca and the Mayans did over there. Like, oh, it's just amazing how they built that and how they got all of those structures up there and all of the heavy stone. Like, these folks were our ancestors, y'all. They were amazing. Today, we cry about the little office work that we have to do or the time that we have to spend. But look, what they did was amazing. And they didn't cry about it either, y'all. So anyway, let's get back to fragrances. Today, we're going to be talking about some beautiful fragrances. All that to say thank you. Oh, let me show you a couple other mugs that I have as well. I recently got this one in Amsterdam. Love, love, love. You guys know they're like so bike driven over in Amsterdam. I love the colors on this cup. Beautiful cup. That was an amazing trip. This came from the Dominican Republic. They have like a starfish beach over there that's I absolutely love. And the marine life over there is stunning. I got this one from Cartagena, Colombia. You all know it's like horse and carriage over in the walled city of Cartagena. And you know, you see the beautiful ladies in their beautiful dresses with the fruit on top of their heads. You know, absolutely love the people of Cartagena. Costa Rica, you know, I love my adventures with the sloths in Costa Rica. You know, this was an amazing moment just to catch a view of some of the sloths over there and just to see how slow that they move. And, you know, they're just amazing creatures. So I wanted to hold one, but I guess because of they carry a bacteria on their skin, and they said you're really not supposed to hold them because it can actually, to humans, it can become the flesh-eating bacteria. So I was like, oh wow, I absolutely had no idea. So anyway, this is a very memorable cup. And this says 50 feet of brains, beauty, and biology. I've always worked night shift, and I was able to do like all the field trips and all the parent-teacher conferences. That was the only perks, and I was a single parent too at the time. The perks of working night shift. My daughter, she's about to be 21 in a couple months, my youngest daughter, and her teacher gave me this when she was in like the 3rd or the 4th grade. I went on a field trip with them to the Science Museum, and, you know, I bought some kids lunch and they didn't have lunch. And she brought me this really cute mug. So I really cherish this mug. And it's over maybe like 17 years old, y'all. So absolutely love it. And this came from the Science Museum. But, you know, she knew I was a nurse, and I think she thought I'd appreciate the human body. So anyway, I have coffee in my cup today. Grab your tea, whatever it is, because today we're going to be talking about sugar and spice and everything nice, y'all, okay? And these are basically winter scents that are spicy. They have cloves, and this is in the top or the heart. There's cloves, there's incense, there's cardamom, you know, there's black pepper, there's myrrh, there's frankincense. So all of these fragrances are really amazing for the fall, winter. Some are nice if you want to wear them, you know, or going into the early spring because it's still a little cool. But yeah, these fragrances are spicy, they're sweet, they're sexy, they're seductive, they're alluring, they're all of that because of this spiciness inside. But yeah, they're beautiful. So let's get into the very first one. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Somebody asked me the other day on the feed of my last haul, how do I like my coffee? It just depends. If my coffee's coming from out of the country, which I travel for coffee, you know, it's an inspiration to get there. Like Colombia was an inspiration to get there. Cartagena, Lima, the coffee over there, the Peruvian coffee was amazing on top of Machu Picchu. But that type of coffee, when it comes from other countries, I will drink it black. Because I want to taste the coffee beans. I want to be able to taste the richness and the aromas of the ground, of the soil over there that planted those coffee beans. Now, if it's like Pete's Coffee or something, which I have in my cup today, which is just a vanilla blend, sometimes I might add a little bit of oat milk to it. They have a maple oat milk from Trader Joe's. That's amazing. Or I might add a little bit of coconut cream to it, which by Coffee Mate is one of my favorites. They have a cinnamon cream and they have a coconut cream. Those are the only two that I drink, and I might put like a couple of tablespoons, but for the most part I like my coffee dark brown or black, y'all. Okay, so the very first one we're gonna get into is one sip, please. It's by the Xerjoff, not by the Xerjoff. It's by my favorite house, and this is the House of Xerjoff, and this is Dolce Amalfi. Absolutely love the bottles. This is a very, we won't go through all of the notes, but we'll go through some. This is a beautiful fragrance. Some people say it's bubble gummy, a little bit of a dent inside. Some people say it smells like a spicy apple pie. Some people say it smells like a cinnamon roll. To me, what I get slightly bubble gummy, but not so much. Some people say juicy fruit. Yeah, not like a pink bubble gummy. Because the juicy fruit to me smell like it has a little bit of apple or quince inside. So in here you have a beautiful note of quince, you have some cinnamon, you have some cloves, you have a beautiful apple note, you have, what else is in here? You have some saffron, amber, and Tolu Balsam. It's a beautiful note. What I get off top is quince, and I get the apple, and I get the saffron. and I get a beautiful spicy vanilla. It's a beautiful fragrance, y'all. This lasts a long time, and I accidentally oversprayed this in its beast mode, and it almost made me sick to my stomach because I sprayed too much of it. I think I sprayed it on like 10 times. So moving forward, I will only spray this on maybe 5 to 6 times. But it's a beautiful fragrance and stunning performance. So the next one we have is by the House of Attar, and this is Khaltat. Amazing, amazing fragrance. If you like fragrances like Invite Only by Kilian, Ojan by Parfums de Marly, you're going to love this fragrance. In here, you have some cherry, you have some cinnamon, you have some white musk, patchouli, you have some red apple. It's beautiful. And the performance is amazing. It's spicy, but to me, like I said, this is basically Ojan and Ojan and Kilian Invite Only with some extra cherry on top, because this has a lot of cherry inside. And red apple. Red apple, stunning in fragrances. You know, and this is, I purchased this on Fragrance Buy, and it was $100, a very reasonable price. And this is Khaltat Night by Attar. So the next one we have is by one of my favorite houses, and this is Sweetly Known by the House of Kerosene. Now, in this fragrance, to me, they do not list any spices, but I'm telling y'all now, in this fragrance, there's some allspice in here. There's some cloves in here. This smells like a burnt, like not a burnt. It smells like an overcooked, crispy, browned, like a buttery gingerbread that's been slightly overcooked, but nice and crunchy. In here, you have your cardamom, you have caramel, sugar, vanilla, cacao, and it says burnt matchstick, but that just gives it a little bit of smokiness. And maybe that's why I'm getting the sense of like a crunchy, darkened gingerbread, you know? But I totally get allspice in this fragrance. It's very spicy in the opening. You get your caramel, cacao, you know, all of that. But like I said, I get gingerbread or ginger snaps with chocolate. And the dry down is amazing. And this is Sweetly Known by the House of Kerosene. Y'all already know my favorite gourmand by the House of Kerosene is Unknown Pleasures. That is my #1 gourmand. And then my #2 would be Italica. So the next one we have is Intoxicated. And this is by the House of Kilian. I've already put this in a 10 ml travel atomizer that I just took on my last vacation. So there's cardamom, coffee, nutmeg, and cinnamon. This is really not a very strong coffee fragrance to me, but I definitely get the cardamom, the cinnamon, and the nutmeg. It's very spicy. Absolutely love it. To me, this lasts about 6 hours. Not the greatest performance. I do love Black Phantom. Black Phantom now, that's my jam. I absolutely love Black Phantom. Black Phantom, oh my gosh, on my skin, but we're not going to talk about Black Phantom. That's going to be in another video coming up. I'm going to be doing a boozy fragrance video coming up. I just have things. Who sits their fragrances on the side? Sometimes when I want to do videos, I have like a little collection of fragrances sitting on the side, you know, in hopes to do those videos like soon. You know, sometimes they sit over there for like a week or weeks, and then I'm like, you know what, I need to do this video. So, you know, I'll go through and pick out what I want to talk about, be it like plum fragrances, saffron, and I just put them all together so that way, you know, I'm able to focus on those fragrances and know what I have to do, you know. So anyway, let's go to the next one. The next one and that was Intoxicated. I hope I said the name. Intoxicated, a really spicy, sweet, gourmandish, coffee-like fragrance. So the next one is our lovely, this is like a love it or hate it, and this is Fève Délicieuse. Absolutely love this fragrance to the dry down. I like it in the opening, but it does give me a little bit of an animalic note, and I think it's that lavender cherry. It gives it like some bitterness. The lavender, the sour cherry, and the leather. I think that's the combination that most people don't like in the opening, but in the dry down, it's good. You get the caramel, you get the cacao, you get the vanilla. What else is in here? You get your jasmine. Maybe it's the jasmine that gives it more of a dirtiness to the fragrance. You get your milk, but in the dry down, it's creamy, vanilla, cacao with a little bit of sour cherryness, but it's a beautiful fragrance in the dry down. But can you stand it until it gets to the dry down? That is the question. It's tolerable for me, so I absolutely love the fragrance. So the next one we have is by my favorite house again, and this is Ouverture, and this is by the house of Xerjoff. Stunning, stunning fragrance. This is like a creamy fig leaf with a little bit of orange on top. It's very creamy and milky and spicy. There's cinnamon in here as well. Also in Ouverture, you have your Indian jasmine. It's definitely a beautiful jasmine. You have some Bulgarian rose, which I don't get, but I do get the ylang ylang in here. So it smells a little bit like creamy coconutty, like the real coconut milk cream that comes from the actual coconut. You know, if you've ever drank milk, coconut milk from a coconut, on top of the fig leaf and the sparkling yellow floral scent of the ylang ylang. It's a beautiful fragrance, y'all. Absolutely love it, but it's creamy, spicy, and you get that fig leaf and some greenness as well, but it's a beautiful fragrance. This is beast. When I do wear this, I've never worn this alone aside from testing it, but when I do wear it, I layer this with a vanilla because to me, this fragrance is not as sweet. It's more creamy, spicy, and yellow floral than anything. But when I layer this with like Tihota or Accident à la Vanille or Spirituous Double Vanille, it adds a little bit of sweetness to the spicy creaminess, and it makes it amazing, y'all. Love this. So the next one we have is one that I recently purchased, and I just did like a slight review on it in the haul. And this is by the House of Tower Perfume, and this is Sundowners. Absolutely love this fragrance. You get cinnamon in here, you get cacao, you get tobacco, you get some vanilla, you get some amber in here. It's a very beautiful fragrance. If you like Herod by Parfums de Marly, this is 10 times better than Herod, y'all. The blend on here is amazing. The tobacco is not as harsh, ladies. To me, the only thing that makes this unisex is a tobacco, because it's a super sweet, it's a sweet fragrance. Not overly sweet, but it's definitely gourmandish leaning because of the chocolate and the cinnamon and the vanilla inside. And the tobacco gives it just a little bit of boost. There's also orange peel in here as well that adds a little bit of freshness in here, and it's just a stunning masterpiece of a fragrance. And this is Sundowners, and this is by Tower Perfumes. This is my very first fragrance by Tower Perfumes, and I'm loving it, y'all. So the next one we have is another amazing fragrance that I just did a review on. This is a newbie to the bunch as well, and let me shine this baby up. And this is Carolina Herrera's, and this is Goldmar Absolute. Yeah, I'm in love with this fragrance. Like, I'm absolutely in love with this fragrance. The opening, it's delicious. It's like a vanilla, cacao, it's myrrh, it's incensey, spicy. Oh my, it's a beautiful fragrance. It's a beautiful blend. If you like Jo Malone, myrrh, and tonka, this is so much better than that because it gives you that little cacao note and the freshness, like a cacao powder. It's beautiful. No, it does not smell like Montal's Chocolate Greedy. It gives you more myrrh and vanilla than anything. So in here you have your black pepper, you have your vanilla, you have your everlasting immortelle cacao, licorice, and you have your myrrh. I do not get any licorice in this fragrance, but what I do get is the myrrh, vanilla. The everlasting, they said, smells a little bit like, it gives you a sense of like a tobacco, maple syrup, vanilla type scent, a spicy scent. So that's what the immortelle or everlasting. A couple fun facts, you guys, when I was doing my research on the notes in these fragrances. Yes, I do research. I just don't, wing it and, come on here and try to wing it, Immortelle is actually used in medication. A lot of our medicines come from Mother Earth anyway. They go over to these other countries, they do research, they bring the meds back over here, and then they add stuff to it, and then that causes us like unwanted side effects. But anyway, they take it naturally over in other countries, which is amazing. And they don't have all the issues we have as Americans either. So anyway, we can learn from other countries a lot, and that's why I absolutely love traveling. It opens your eyes. Traveling has been the best educator of my life, you know, and the best influencer of my life, and I absolutely love it. So Immortelle, like I said, is also used in medications for liver disease and gallbladder disease. Immortelle helps aid in the digestion of when you don't have bile, and that's what Immortelle acts as in medication. It acts as bile to help break down fats. If you don't have bile in your body, bile is produced in the liver, but it's stored in the gallbladder. When you don't have bile in your body, or just say you got your gallbladder removed or you have liver disease, it's very hard for your body to break down fats. And you shouldn't be eating things like such as cheeses, milks, you know, fried foods, things like that. If you've had a cholecystectomy or your gallbladder removed, you shouldn't be eating those things, or you have issues with your liver because your body's not producing enough bile. And that's when Immortelle steps in. It helps to break down those fatty foods. I guess if you have to have a small amount, you know, if you're going to be taking those medications that helps with Immortelle, or that help to produce or to break down the fatty foods, because you don't you don't produce any bile in your body, then that's what the medication is used for, and that's what they've done the research on to use that medication for. So I hope you guys got all of that. So anyway, Immortelle basically helps to break down fats and lipids inside of your body when you don't have a gallbladder to store it in, or a liver to produce it, okay? Or your liver is bad, you know, from drinking too much alcohol, or hepatitis, you know, there could be multiple things. So anyway, all that to say, I absolutely love this fragrance. To me, this is like a 9.5 out of 10, maybe even a 10 out of 10. This is some good stuff. Like in the opening, it is spicy. Like I said, I really get myrrh, vanilla, cacao in this fragrance, and it's a little bit of rich sweetness as well. Stunning, okay? Love it. If I ran out of this, I would definitely buy it again, but I hope that I don't. I hope this lasts me a lifetime, a long lifetime, because we're going to live a long time, okay? Because sometimes people say, I hope this lasts me a lifetime. Tomorrow is not promised to anybody, okay? But I hope this lasts me, let's start saying, I hope this fragrance lasts me at least another 40, 50 years. Instead of saying a lifetime, because the life could be short, okay? That's the nurse in me talking, because I see so much, and you know, I know that tomorrow's not promised, y'all. So forgive my humor, okay? My humor could be a little dark sometimes, but so most of the time I try to make light of every situation. So the next fragrance we have is I wrote bile. The next fragrance we have is not bile, but the next fragrance we have is Harriet. So this is the amazing Harriet bottle by Parfums de Marly. In here you have your cinnamon, pepper, tobacco, incense, osmanthus, and vanilla. Now, like I said, this smells like sundowners to me. Go watch my review on, I just did a haul, it's posted. And I talked about sundowner and the meaning, or what it means to me actually. But to me, I would reach for sundowner before I reach for this, but this is a stunning fragrance, and my future husband will probably be wearing this much more than I would, or my future boo. Somebody's gonna wear this fragrance, okay? But I'll be reaching for sundowners. But absolutely love Harriet, but it's a spicy tobacco vanilla. It's beautiful with the freshness of osmanthus. Love Harriet. So the next one we have is Ojan. Now, I love Ojan better than I love Harriet. Ojan is a little sweeter. It's a little more spicy. I do love a note of tobacco, but I love a very well blended tobacco. I love Harriet, but then when I found sundowners, absolutely love sundowners, because the tobacco note is a little lighter and it's a little smoother. So that's why I love that one. Still love Harriet though, okay? But Ojan, Ojan's amazing. So in Ojan, you have your cinnamon, honey, osmanthus, tonka, patchouli, musk, benzoin, and a couple other notes. But I think it's the cinnamon and the honey combination that does it for me, and the vanilla in this fragrance. Absolutely love this. This is a lifer for me. If I ran out of this, I would definitely buy Ojan again. This reminds me of course, Invite Only, and this reminds me of Khaltat Night by Attar. The Invite Only is by Kilian. So the next one we have is a beautiful, feminine, spicy, sexy, like sultry fragrance. And this is by the House of Xerjoff. And this is Bouquet Ideal. In Bouquet Ideal, a lot of people think this is like a floral fragrance. Absolutely not. Has nothing to do with that. This is a bouquet of spices, y'all. It's not too spicy. This is a very smooth, yet subtle spicy fragrance. This almost reminds me of some fragrances by the House of Byron. This also reminds me of Mula Mula, Rouge Extreme. It reminds me of the Chronic. It gives you kind of like holiday season, Christmassy, spicy type vibes. But this also smells like it has a little bit of a watery cherry or some fruity berries inside. That is what I'm getting from this fragrance. Even though it doesn't list it, I'm getting some like really light berry notes on top of the spices. So in here, you have your cinnamon, nutmeg, you have your guaiac wood and sandalwood, and a couple other notes. Yes, it's woody, a little woody, but like I said, I'm getting more of a berryness. Excuse me, a berryness to this fragrance, y'all, and woody, spicy, and berry to this fragrance. Excuse me. I'm talking a lot, okay? But absolutely love this. If I ran out of this, I would definitely purchase this again. That's how good it is. I have a little bit of a dent in this. The performance on this is really good, so don't overspray this. Each time that I worn it, I've sprayed it about 4 times, and it gave me like 8 to 10 hours. So the next one we're going to talk about is a dupe, okay? And this is by the House of Be Layered. And this is a dupe for Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka. This is basically the exact same. I have a tester or travel size of Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka. But now that I have, I bought this before I purchased the Myrrh Absolute, Gold Myrrh Absolute. So I'll still probably wear this or take this on vacation with me, but Gold Myrrh Absolute totally trumps Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka and Be Layered to me as Blend, which is a dupe for Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka. Absolutely love this fragrance though. So in here, you have your Myrrh, Tonka, Vanilla, Lavender, and Almond. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It's sexy. It's delicious. It smells a little gourmandish to me. You definitely get that beautiful note of almond, vanilla, myrrh, and Tonka. It's pretty basic, y'all, but it's an amazing scent. So next we have this beauty here, and this is by the House of Byron, and this is the Chronic. A couple times when I wear this fragrance, somebody told me I smell like Christmas. So I definitely get that, but I think it's the spiciness and the cinnamon in here as well. So in here you have your whipped cream, raspberry, pear. You have your cinnamon. You have some spicy notes. You have some vanilla and white musk. If I ran out of this, I'm definitely buying it again. I heard this smells nothing like the original Chronic. I also have Mula Mula Rouge Extreme. I heard it smells nothing like the original Mula Mula. To me, they're such stunning and amazing fragrances. This, to me, does not belong on your clothes. When I've worn this on my clothes, I get a decent longevity out of it, probably about maybe 5 to 6 hours. But when I spray this on my skin and my skin warms up, when I tell you this fragrance lasts for like 10-12 hours, it definitely lasts. So to me, it seems like this may be a little molecular, and you need to spray this. You can wear this fragrance all year long. But you definitely need to spray this on the pulse points and the warm areas of your skin. You will get that spicy, like a little cinnamon, not too spicy. It's like a whipped cream cinnamon. You get those fruity notes inside. It's such a beautiful fragrance, and this is the Chronic by Byron. Last but not least, it's Chai Epic Spice, E-Spice or something. I purchased this off of a site on Instagram and 3 other fragrances. I'll do a small single review on that, but I forgot to name the name of the house, and I'll list it down below. But this is basically a chai tea, you know, spicy fragrance. This only lasts about 3 hours, y'all. 2-3 hours when I spray heavy. But it's good for like bedtime, out of the shower, you know, things of that nature. But that's pretty much it. All right, I thank you all for enjoying my review, and Sugar and Spice and Everything Nice is done. These are amazing fragrances for the fall, winter, and for the holidays, y'all. Have an amazing day. Go out to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good, all of that. And like I said, thank you all so much for this journey, and absolutely love every single one of you. Pick up the phone, call somebody today, tell them that you love them, you know, share some memories with somebody, y'all. Share some love. It's a lot of lonely people out here in this world. And, you know, this is around the holidays are definitely an amazing time to share and to spread love and to give back as well. All right.